Hello children, how are you all today? I hope you all are healthy and happy. For today's English lesson, we are going to continue with the first chapter, sentences from your Mastering Grammar book. So children, you are aware that we have already finished the major section of the chapter in our previous video lessons, and this video lesson is probably going to be the last video on this chapter. Before moving ahead with this lesson, let me remind you what we had learned in our previous video lessons. Children, we had learned about what sentences are, when a group of words can be called a sentence. We had learned about a subject and a predicate, the two parts of the sentence. We had learned about the different kinds of sentences, namely the declarative or assertive sentences, the imperative sentences, the interrogative sentences, and the exclamatory sentences. Right children, I hope you remember this. And then children, we had done a lot of exercise for our practice to learn it better. We had gone through a major set of examples. Also children, we had learned about phrases and clauses. I hope you remember what is a phrase and what is a clause, because we had started an exercise related to phrase and clause in our previous video lesson. We could not finish it then. We will be finishing it in this video lesson, the G exercise, that's on page number 10 of your book. Okay children, so I hope you remember what is a phrase. If you do not, let me tell you what it is. A phrase is a group of words that make sense but not a complete sense. Okay children, what do I mean by not a complete sense? Because it doesn't have a subject or a verb. Okay, so it doesn't have a subject or a verb. That's why it is always incomplete. It doesn't make complete sense. You cannot use it alone. You have to use it with some other words as well. Now with clause, what did I tell you? That clause do have a verb and it might have a subject as well. So children, this is the difference we learnt about a phrase and a clause, that the phrase do not have a verb, phrase do not has a verb, and then this clause has a verb, right children? So we identify them like this only. Clause can be independent and can be dependent. If the meaning is complete, then it's independent. If the clause is complete on its own, if you have told that group of words, those group of words together and they are making complete sense, they are independent clause. And when they are depending on someone else, some other words, group of words, then they are dependent clause. Okay children, so now today we will be carrying on with the exercise G, and we have already finished 1 and 2 in our previous day's video lesson. Now you can go and watch it and finish this one. For this lesson we will be continuing from 3 onwards. Okay children, that's on page number 10. Let's begin. The question is, the army fought with great courage. So you had to tell in this exercise that whether the underlined group of words are phrases or clause. Okay children, so we will be doing this. The army fought with great courage. Let's see which word is underlined. Why is it a phrase or a clause? Number 3. So this is G exercise, page number 10. Okay children, now number 3, the army fought with great courage. Now which group of words are underlined? With great courage is underlined. So we will be underlining children. This can be a phrase or it has to be a clause. Now can you see any verb there children? Is there any verb? So no, I told you that a clause must have, clauses must have verbs. So this doesn't have it, this group of words doesn't have it. So children, this word is our what? Phrase. with great courage is our phrase. Okay, children. Now moving to number 4. Let's see. In spite of ill health, she attended the party. So the underlined group of words are she attended the party. Okay, let's write this down. In spite of ill health, she attended the party. Now this part is underlined. She attended the party. See children, is there any verb? Please look at the board and tell me or think yourself that is there any word that is a verb? I hope so you got it because I found it. So let's see here, attended, right? This word attended is a verb. So we can see we have a verb in this group of words. So yes children, this will be a clause. So she attended the party is a clause. Okay children, so this is a clause. Now moving to the 5th one. I can move to this side but I won't. Let us stick to that side only. The child was excited to see the peacock dancing. Okay children, the child was excited the peacock dancing. Now the underlined words are the child was excited. Okay children, so we can see obviously there is a verb. This was excited. So the child was excited is what? Our clause. So it's a clause. Now children, moving to 6th. A bouquet of roses was presented to the chief guest. Okay children, so the underlined words are a bouquet of roses. Here see. So children, is there any verb? So it's very clear that this group of words, a bouquet of roses, is a phrase and not a clause, because phrases do not have verb in it. So phrases. Okay children, this is it. Now let's move to the next one. Match to form the exercise H, which is on same page, page number 10. Match to form interesting sentences. Children, you have to match these two columns A and B, and then you have to form interesting sentences. See how we can form interesting sentences by combining two other elements or two other parts of the sentence. So children, the first one is she found. Okay, now let's see if we can match any word. I think there are two groups of sentences that can be matched. First one is a small bag in the park, because that can match. And then also she can find a black puppy, right? Found a black puppy in the deserted street. So whichever you prefer, because there is a number of ways we can combine sentences. I will be writing, she found a small bag in the park. Okay, so let it be this. So only if you want, you can change it to the next one, a black puppy in the deserted street. So children, I hope you have finished this. Now let me erase it. Okay, now children, moving to the next part. Number 1. Match the following. This is 1 and exercise is H. Exercise H and number 1. Okay children, let's do it. She found a small bag Number 2, we have what? Apart from chocolates, she see, again we have two pairs of sentence, children, that we can two pair of words that we can combine it with. She likes to eat cookies, or we can write she loves to eat donuts. So I am choosing the first one. You can opt to choose the second one as well. So she likes to eat cookies. Apart from chocolates, comma, she likes to eat cookies. Okay children, now moving to number 3. Neha had seen, see, because I wrote in number 1, I wrote a small bag in the park. I did not write this one, a black puppy in the deserted street, but you can write it vice versa. So I will write it as Neha had seen a black puppy in the deserted street. Deserted, children, is lonely. Okay, deserted, which means lonely. Deserted street. Okay, now number 4. What we have? When Neha is hungry, she loves to eat donuts. So if you have written this, she loves to eat donut, for number 2, you can write here she likes to eat cookies. So when Neha is hungry, she likes to eat donuts. Actually she loves, because I wrote this one. So she loves to eat donuts. Okay children, now moving to number 5. The old man walked down the street. I have found this pair. The old man walked down the street. See, the old man can be a phrase. The old man walked has to be a clause. The old man walked can be a clause, and then down the street can be a phrase. Okay children, so a clause and a phrase together can compose, or together can be combined to form a complete sentence. The last one for this exercise, number H. So the young boy carrying a hat. See, See, only one is remaining. So ran across the playground. Okay children, let's write it down. Number 6, the young boy carrying a hat ran across the playground. So children, here you can see that, you can see there is a complex kind of sentence. The young boy carrying a hat, comma, then ran across the playground. So it's a combination of 2 clauses and 1 phrase. So you can see here it's actually not 2 clauses, but there is clause and then you have a phrase here. Okay. So we are done with the exercises that are there in your book, children. Now there is some extra information. There is something extra that we are going to do in this video lesson, which is I have given you a worksheet and we are going to complete that worksheet in this video lesson as well. So children, let's learn about it, because we can see only 6 sentences won't do us any good, because also we have been asked in the previous exercise G to find the phrase and clause, but only 6 sentences are not enough. So this worksheet will help us understand clause and phrases better. So let's do this worksheet. So this is a worksheet that's given in your assignment. We are going to do this one as well for this day. Number 1 is, the knight fought his way through the forest. The knight fought through the forest. Okay children, what do you think we have here? The knight fought his way through the forest. What do you think we have? The underlined words are through the forest. Now can you identify, we are doing phrase and clauses worksheet, phrase and clause. So through the forest, children, do we have any verb there? Can you see any verb there? I can't see it, because the verb is here, fought. So this portion I think is a clause, and that portion, through the forest, is our phrase and not a clause. Through the forest, because it doesn't have a verb. It doesn't have a verb. So forest is what? A phrase. Now moving to the next one, number 2. The large batch of dough took ages to rise. Okay. So we know children fermentation. So here they are talking about fermentation. The large batch of dough took ages to rise. Took ages to rise. So children, here the underlined group of words is took ages to rise. What do you think, children? Do we have a verb here? Can you see a verb? Yes, I can see a past tense of take, took. So children, because there is a verb, so this has to be a clause. Took ages to rise. Is what? A clause. Now let's move to number 3. For 4 days, the child had a terrible hacking cough. Okay? For 4 days, the child had a terrible hacking cough. Okay, so the underlined group of words is here a terrible hacking cough. So these are the words that are underlined. So children, can you see a verb here? Can you find a verb? I can see an adjective is there. I can see a noun is there, but no verb, right children? So yes, had a terrible. Okay children, these whole portion is marked. The child had a terrible. So this one is going to be a clause because had is the verb there. So the child had a terrible hacking cough. So this children is going to be a clause. I hope these answers are clear to you. Now moving to the next one. Number 4. There are a huge number of people living in the village. Number 4. There are a huge number of people living in the village. And the group of words that is underlined is this one. So children, do we have a verb? No, we do not have it. So this group of words, there are a huge number of people is what children? Is a phrase. Okay, now moving to number 5. Above the castle lurked a menacing monster. Lurked means to look hideously. So let's see which is the underlying group of words here. Above the castle lurked a Children, menacing means someone who creates trouble, okay, who is dangerous, who is which creates trouble. Some person or some animal which create problem or trouble is menacing monster. So troubling or problematic monster. So these are the group of words that are underlined, and so we can see there is a verb. Looked means to look at or to observe someone hideously. Looked are menacing monster. So children, because we have a verb looked here, that's why this will become a clause. Okay. Now number 6. All through the night the rain fell. All through the night fell. Okay children, so what do we see here? Which are the words that are underlined? All through the night. We don't see a verb here children. There is no verb, only some group of words. So here this group is all through the night is what children? Is a phrase. Now moving to number 7. I would like to go to Disneyland for my dream holiday next summer. So children, the underlined words are here, for my dream holiday next summer. So I don't think there is a verb. So this is going to be a phrase. I would like to go to Disneyland for my dream holiday next summer. For my dream holiday next summer is the underlined part. So this one, for my dream holiday next summer is what children? Is a phrase. So we are left with one more question, question number 8. We will be doing that after you finish writing this. Okay children, let's move to the last one, number 8. Next Saturday evening, number 8. Next Saturday evening we are having pizza and chips. So children, this group of foods should not be eaten because it's junk, it's unhealthy. So we are having pizza and chips. So try to avoid it, try to not have it, okay, because they are very unhealthy food. So pizza and chips. So what do you think? Which group of words are underlined? We are having pizza and chips. So children, this one is having a verb, are having. So this part of the sentence, we are having pizza and chips, chips. This children will be what? A clause, because there is a verb. So children, with this we have finally completed our sentences chapter. I hope you solve some more exercises apart from those that are in your books. Okay, that is in your book. So children, this much for today. We will be starting a new chapter in our next video lesson. Thank you for watching the video. We will meet again. Bye-bye.